New Jersey Network. WNJS, Camden.
Major funding for State of the Arts has been provided by the New Jersey State Council on the Arts.
Good evening and welcome. This is State of the Arts. I'm your host, Liz Mack. Or not to be successful anymore. But first, a profile of a man who has profoundly changed the art scene in deep South Jersey, Albert Appel. He's a farmer, an accomplished cellist, a true visionary, and the founder of an unusual summer camp for music and art near the town of Elmer.
Somebody pointed out that we have children in an 8-week season, summer season in camp, longer than the school has them in a whole year. And the possibility for change in a case like that is tremendous.
Change is an interesting word when Albert Appel uses it because inevitably he associates it with the positive possibilities in life. Change means growth. Certainly that's true in the cornfields of his 176-acre farm in Salem County. It's also true in the fields of music, art, and creative thinking at the nonprofit camp he runs on that farm every summer.
You can make mistakes here, and you don't get wiped out. In school, you have to sit still. Here, you don't. If you have a crazy idea, you can probably do it here. You can carry a violin, or if you're a boy, you could go to the dance class, and people won't make fun of you.
The camp reflects the farmer's approach in a number of ways. Albert plants the seeds for a creative life by showing children every single day what real professional artists think and do. His talented staff come from all over the globe.
There are people here who have played in big symphony orchestras and who are teach at the college level or who have been artists in all kinds of professional areas. And they sit and work with children and play with them and make music together in art.
From there, he puts a premium on a nurturing environment, a library of instruments that anybody can borrow, a variety of art materials that even the youngest campers can try out. And of course, on a farm, everyone gets his moment in the sun, because there is an emphasis on performance, and everyone gets the same warm encouragement, regardless of ability.
All these cultural and artistic things are not available in schools for long periods of time. The programs are being cut out at a time when we need more beautiful things for children, and training there is getting to be less and less. Here you can get a big block of it at one time.
Appel Farms Camp is in its 23rd year now. It actually began as a way to stimulate the Appel's own 4 children. Like the current crop of campers, they were bright, verbal, musically talented, but they were also pretty lonely on this remote farm deep in South Jersey.
Our kids' interests gave us something to start a camp for and with, because when we started, we didn't have anything, and we couldn't send them away anyplace else. So we started the camp here for them and for friends' children.
Injurious, Hermia, most ungrateful maid. Have you conspired, have you, with these contrived, to tease me thus? Is all the counsel we two have shared...
Today there are 176 campers. Most of them come from comfortable families. The sort of background where the parents use the New York Times Magazine as their shopping list for summer camps. But for the last 5 years, Appel Farms has been a nonprofit cultural organization that serves Salem County. This summer alone, they've given out about $50,000 worth of scholarship assistance so that local kids from rural South Jersey can come too. Even though it's billed as a music and art camp, there aren't any auditions. Yet because the program emphasizes creativity and doesn't have any violent sports, it does seem to attract a number of promising young performers. But they better be prepared to work at something more than their own artistic improvement. Cooperative work is as fundamental to the camp as creative growth. It's not a country club. It's a typical working South Jersey farm. Flat, hot, here and there relieved by a few patches of woods and the wide expanses of planted fields. The bunks are just converted chicken coops, and all the campers have to take a turn at working in the vegetable garden.
You have to work hard and make a living, but you also have to have some love and satisfaction in your life, and that comes from the art and the music and other things that you do, self-expression. So that's awfully important. Even when you get down to what we do for the community, the camp runs all year round in a way. That is, we continue with the programs for the public here. It's a non-profit organization, and we bring opera and concerts, a chamber music series in the fall and winter. We do things with the local schools on nutrition, food and nutrition and work. We bring dance companies in and mime and all of these things.
The biggest community project that Appel Farms presents is its annual 2-week opera festival. This spring it was Mozart's Marriage of Figaro, in full costume, in English, in a part of New Jersey that rarely gets such a cultural feast. In that same auditorium, every Friday night during camp season, there's a free recital by the camp population. It's open to the public, and chances are the performances will be pretty good. Serving the people of South Jersey is important to Albert Appel. It's his way of contributing to the larger community, just the way he asks campers to contribute to the farm. Work, creativity, self-improvement, they're all one thing to him. And that inspires all the people around the camp, including Bob Clapp, a college professor at Glassboro State and head of the board of directors of Appel Farms.
I know a few people who can look at the world with the kind of, I think the word would be genius, to look at diverse elements and pull them all together. A person who can integrate in that fashion so many things and come up with such beautiful products. In most cases, it's people are the product.
Those free concerts are every Friday night at 7 o'clock through August 20th. Elmer is on Route 40 in Salem County. The camp's about a mile away on the Elmer-Shirley Road. And if you can't wait until next spring for the Apples Opera Festival, the New Jersey State Opera would be glad to entertain you in the meantime with their summer series of concerts. Arts legislation in New Jersey from Judith Wadja. So hope you will join us. I'm Liz Matt. I'll see you next weekend.
Major funding for State of the Arts has been provided by the New Jersey State Council on the Arts.